Just watch this clip really closely. Novak Djokovic is not hitting a forehand. He is hitting multiple variations of a forehand shot. He is hitting in attack, defense, sometimes in neutral. Look at the racket path. Look at the acceleration of the racket. Look at the angle of the racket. It's very adaptable. Djokovic is adjusting his forehand based on the situation in front of him. This is the main difference between technique and skill. Technique is just a movement. Skill is being able to adapt that movement to lots of different situations. Tennis coaches love talking about the forehand, the basic shapes, the grips, the racket path, but no two forehands will ever be the same. As we've seen in the clip, Djokovic is adapting his forehand stroke to various different conditions. Sometimes he's under challenge, sometimes he has opportunities to apply challenge to his opponent. And that's the truth. You don't need a forehand. You need multiple different variations. Djokovic in this clip is not thinking about technique. He is merely adapting based on the perceptual information in front of him. This is where ecological dynamics and the constraint-led approach are just a perfect match for tennis. We don't teach a forehand. We teach forehand skill. So here are 3 ways in which you can develop a more skillful forehand starting today. Practice hitting your forehand from multiple different areas of the court. Practice working in a small court, a big court, a narrow court, a wide court. Differential learning allows you to adapt your movement based on the situation in which you find yourself in. Like we've seen in the clip with Djokovic, your forehand needs to be able to withstand pressure from different areas of the court. Stop the isolated basket drills. Try and develop a more variable forehand by playing in different court sizes. Number 2, add an element of decision making. Most tennis lessons involve a tennis coach hitting the ball to a player, generally from a basket, and the player hits the ball back towards the coach over and over again. But if you think about a tennis match, the whole concept of tennis is putting the ball in a position where your opponent can't get the ball back. So make sure you add an element of decision making within your practices. When do you hit cross court? When do you hit down the line? Allow the player, or yourself if you are a player, allow yourself to experiment. When is the best time for you to go cross court? When is the best time for you to go down the line? As every single player has different action capacities, different constraints in terms of their strength and their height and their speed, different players will choose to go cross court at different times. Therefore, your practices must allow a player to develop their own style. Don't tell players when to go cross or when to go line. Allow your players a more natural way of decision making. And tip number 3, make sure you train with variability. Don't just isolate the forehand. It's very rare in tennis where we play the same shot over and over again. Make sure you link the forehand in with all the other shots. Backhand, serve, return, volley, smash, drop shot. Try and make sure that you bring the forehand in to the game itself. Don't just isolate it and repeat the same action over and over again. It's really important that you train your forehand in multiple different ways. If you've enjoyed this video and would like actual real coaching advice, please consider hitting that subscribe button and share this channel out to your players, to your coaches, and even to your parents. Tennis coaching generally is based on myth. It's based on false pseudoscience. If you'd like modern day contemporary tennis coaching, this is the place to be. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, watch the video on the screen now, and until next time, make sure you train that forehand in lots of different ways.